Roti dan selai, bunga dan kumbang, Romeo dan Juliet. Beberapa hal dalam hidup memang ditakdir.
Assalamualaikum Mbak Zainal Arif, selamat datang. Selamat pagi juga untuk Mem Dias.
Selamat datang Bapak Zainal Arif, matur nuwun Pak rawuhipun.
Selamat datang Mbak Diana. Selamat pagi.
Oke, selamat datang ini pagi.
Nggak mau ribet.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to PICO International Sharing Session, Getting to Know PICO. Next, the Honorable Mr. Zainal Arif, the Director of PENS, Mr. Amang, the Head of PENS International Cooperation Office, the Honorable Speakers, Mr. Sudarsan from Polytechnic Metro Tasik Kelugor, Miss Nisa and Miss Diana from Polytechnic Elektronika Negeri Surabaya, and also our beloved participants today. I'm really glad to see you guys here. First and foremost, I would like to thank everyone here for allocating time in this busy schedule to attend this webinar. Thank you very much. And here is our schedule for today's webinar. Our event starts at 9 a.m. and will end in 12 p.m. Now we're in the opening remarks from me. Next is opening speech from PENS Director Mr. Zainal Arif. And then the sharing session. The first sharing session will be delivered by Diana Fitri as a representative of PICO Volunteer Batch 3. And the second sharing session will be delivered by Anissa Anggun Puspitasari from PICO Volunteer Batch 2. And the last sharing session will be delivered from Sidarsen as a guest from Malaysia, Polytechnic Metro Tasik Kelugor. And after the sharing session, there will be question and answer session. And after that, there is closing remarks and virtual group photo. And here are a few of our ground rules. During the webinar, participants must obey all the rules. And during the sessions, the microphone will be muted by the host, so please do not unmute. Next is participants can ask questions during the webinar by typing the questions at the link bit.ly/PicoQ&A. Questions will be read by me and will be answered by the panelists on Q&A session after the presentation session is finished. And also this rule has been sent to your email. Thank you so much for your kind attention and cooperation. Okay, now let's officially start the event. Here are our amazing speakers. We have Miss Anissa Anggun and Miss Diana Fitri from Polytechnic Elektronika Negeri Surabaya. And we have our special guest from Malaysia, Mr. Sudarsan from Polytechnic Metro Tasik Kelugor. Okay, next session is opening speech from Dr. Zainal Arif, the Director of Polytechnic Elektronika Negeri Surabaya. Mr. Zainal Arif, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, indeed.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Zainal Arif, time and place are yours.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good, ladies and gentlemen. Your head PICO, the Secretary of PICO, Pak Amang and Bu Dias, Guntur, all students from PENS, and the volunteer of PICO in each batch. So I'm happy to see you all here. And of course, the honorable speakers in this session from Polytechnic Elektronika Negeri Surabaya and also from Polytechnic Metro Tasik. Yeah. Hope all of you are in the good and healthy and happy conditions. And for this event, for this morning event, I'm happy to meet you all here who have nice sessions, nice discussions about the activities of PICO, and I think there will be many of students who want to join the activity in PICO as volunteers, because there are many useful agenda, useful activity. We can learn many knowledge. We can learn many say skill, yeah? And also we can learn about the culture in every country, especially in ASEAN country, especially with the country which has cooperations with PANS. So I think it's a good opportunity for all of us, yeah, to always learn about something. Not only learn about the academic skill, but also learn about the soft skill and the life skill, how to communicate each other, how we cooperate with each other, how together solve the problems. I think this is a good, how to say, yeah, good opportunity for you, for all of us to learn about that. So hopefully this activity, this event, still sustained, yeah, for in the future, and success for all of you. And please stay healthy, stay happy, and stay success. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Mr. Zainal Arif, for the opening speech. Okay, now move on to our main event, which is sharing session. First sharing session will be delivered by Miss Diana Fitri from Polytechnic Elektronika Negeri Surabaya. Miss Diana Fitri is an undergraduate in Associate Degree in Informatics Engineering in Polytechnic Elektronika Negeri Surabaya. She is a member of PICO Volunteer Batch 3 as Hospitality Division. She is currently working as a web developer for UIC, and she was a second winner at the Regional English Olympiad. Such an amazing person, right? Okay, Miss Diana, are you ready?
Oh, okay, I'm ready.
Okay,
Okay,
Miss Diana, time and place are yours.
thank you so much, Nindi. Should I share my screen?
Yes.
Wait, I'll try. Do you see my screen, Nindi?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. Okay, I'll begin the sharing session right now. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining this webinars. So, but before I would like to say thank you first for all of the audience who joined right now, and for the director of PANS, Mr. Zainal Arif, and for the head of PICO, Mr. Amang Sudarsono, and for all of the PICO volunteers who work for this webinar to be successfully held today. And okay, I would like to tell you first about the sharing sessions. The topic is getting to know PICO. So maybe you all have heard the PICO, or it's from, whether it's from the social media or from the information that you've been heard from PANS. And PICO has a really tight relationship with PANS. So PANS itself is the best polytechnic in Indonesia, or #1 polytechnic in Indonesia, that was established in 1988. Okay, with its vision to be the center of excellence of education in emerging technology, both national and internationals. So PANS executes international cooperation programs to solve some local problems and also performs other community service. So PANS is the polytechnic that has the cooperations with many companies and many universities from other countries like Japan, Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, and many more. So we are PICO. We aim to support PANS to be world-class polytechnic in near future, as well as to make significant contributions to society locally, nationally, and internationally. Sorry. So we help PANS to do cooperations with the university, the companies, or the alumni from PANS who have the career in other countries, and for the students from PANS who study abroad, to share the knowledge and experience to the PANS students or the societies in Indonesia. And PANS can give contributions to society in Indonesia by doing the collaborations with other countries. So the biggest main target for the first are cooperation and collaborations. So it consists of student exchange programs. As you already know, that PANS have held so many student exchange programs, like for the various universities, like for the Kanagawa universities, and then KU University for Japan, and PMTG, and many more. So this it means that there has been the PICO I'm sorry, the PEN students who already sent to another country, and the incoming student from another country come to PENS, and it means that we have promoted PENS to another country, of course. And we have also here it's internship programs. Besides, we send the student of PENS to the university. We also send them in the company to a bread company to feel but how it feels to work in another country, like have the experience to be working in the foreign company. Yeah, since in Penn State, it's our duty to have the internship programs where in associate degree we have it in uh, approximately 4 to 5 semester, and for the bachelor degree we have in the 6th semester. And after that we have international class. Since PENS have the international class programs, we help PENS to hold the international class when uh, before when you don't know international class program, it's the lecture programs that the lecturers are from their country or the foreign lecturer, and the class is held by in English language too. And we have international training and expertise for parents, lecturers, staff, and faculty. So beside our benefits to the students, we have also have the benefits, give the benefits for lecturers, staff, and the faculty of PENS. And it's for the last is scholarship. Since there are so many scholarships from another university, from the international corporations, companies that come to PENS. So we spread the information in order to be reachable by Penn students, so that Penn students can get the experience of the free educations in another country, and share the experience to the Penn students for the next scholarship. And I would like to go to the second main target. It's research collaboration, conference, and publication. So it consists of the person-to-person laboratory-based research group, research center, and institutional. And it means that as PICO, we will provide some kind of the laboratory for students to learn language or learn cultures. We called it the language laboratory. We can hold some kind of ETFL programs and others. And after that, we have international seminars, our conference, and publications. So we have held so many webinars before. It's approximately more than 10 webinars with international cooperatives in there, with international speakers, of course. So we share our the international knowledge to Penn students, and we have our publications in our website and social media. So I have told you about a long story about what PICO is, but you ever wondered who work behind PICO? So who work behind PICO is students of PENS who work as the PICO's volunteers, that we have our each task to work for PICO itself. So PICO volunteers are exactly PEN students from variant major in PENS who are ready to contribute and in internalization development of PENS by showing real contribution internally and externally in PENS International Cooperation Office. So all of the students of PEN mostly can join PICO's volunteers, whether you are from informatics major, from mechatronic major, and from electronic major, and others. So we opened the recruitment for PEN's International Cooperation Office volunteers. So you can join when you fulfill the conditions or the requirements that provided below. So when you are active students from the associate degree or bachelor degree of brands from the 2020, 2019, or for the bachelor degree or for 2018. So you can fill your identity and application forms. So you can fill the application form in bit.ly app form oprec, and you can upload your documents consist of CV, academic transcript, E2FL or E2FL, TOEIC, IELTS certificates to the Google Forms, and you can see our Instagram to see the role of video that can be seen in there. So you can post the video with the following requirements that you can see in our Instagram, pico_pants. And we are waiting for you to be the batch of PICO volunteers. So I will like to do the next part. It's history of PICO. We start of PICO in 2018. We start from PICO batch 1. And after PICO batch 1, we have PICO batch 2 in the 2019. And right now, our latest batch is PICO batch 3 in 2020. And you may be the next PICO batch 4. So PICO itself, or from PICO volunteers, we divide it as the divisions distribution. So as we work in PICO volunteers, we divide it as our specialties. So when you are eager to work in like even organization or some kind of that have correlation with the events, you can join the workshop divisions. And next, when you are eager to work with some kind of communication skills, or you like to communicate with others, you are eager to make friends with foreign students, you can join hospitality divisions. And the last, if you have some talent in designing something or editing video, you can join media and information division. Okay, I would like to go to the detail of the workshop division first. So as I already stated before, workshop divisions is some kind the division that has correlation with the event organization. So workshop division takes charge of organizing events related to international relation of PICO. So at first, it's organizing PICO's events. It's like the webinar. If there's a webinar or the seminar, workshop division have its like have tasked to arrange the events, and it handles the consumption of the events if there is available for the consumption, and it assigns bodies who will accompany the incoming student for their daily needs. So we manage the workshop division manage the incoming students for which to be accompanied by the hospitality members. So this is the examples of the events that has been handled by the workshop division. It's logo competition for Penn students that it's successfully held at the time, and it has a lot of participants. And the next we have hospitality divisions. So hospitality division itself is the PIC, or who is responsible for incoming students, manage the activities starting from the international students arrival day. So from the arrival day from the airport, we accompany the students until we introduce PEN's detailed to them. We introduce how it's like the culture in bands, and how it's like the environment in bands, in order to make them comfortable and feel interested with the environment to study in bands. So at first, we arranged the tentative schedule that includes city tour and game challenge. And the second, we coordinate with workshop division on assigning bodies to accompany the international students. So we will not let the international students alone to study in PANS. We accompany them so that they feel like they have friends in PANS who is ready whenever they need to to be feeling comfortable in PANS. So this is sample of the international students, or the incoming students. They are from Japan. Sorry. So we introduce the students to the environment in PANS, and we accompany them to introduce with the people in PENS and how to communicate with them. And we also teach them how to speak in Bahasa. So for the last division, we have the media information division. So when you have the talent to design something, you can join the media information division, since we create the content for our social media and our website. So we take charge of PICO social media, website, and advertisement that related to PICO. So at first, we design, build, and maintain social media presence, and we design for workshop, poster, event, and activities of PICO that we have the strong relationship with the publications things. So this is the example of the Instagrams of Pico_pants. We have so many informations posted here. Like we have it in the Instagram stories, and we have it in the Instagram post, that you may see the information for the scholarship, information for our next webinar, or the information of other things that come from Pico. And we have some much detailed information in website. When there is an event, we'll post it as the news, or the information that you can read in there, and you can find more about the detail of the scholarship that we post in the website. So you may like to visit our Instagram and our website that provided here to know more about PICO. So here I would like to tell you a story about my experience in PICO. So for the first, I have the experiences as the LO committee and moderator for 7th webinar international study talks. So at the time, I get in touch with the alumni of PENS who worked in Thailand, Mr. Shafi'i. He shared the knowledge and then the experience and the tips to work abroad after you graduate from PENS, with the real experience for him directly. And after that, we have the Mr. Salahuddin, who have the educations after further education after graduated from PENS. He have education in Seoul universities. So after that, in second, I have moderated for the 10th webinar of PICO. It's sharing session, optimize personal branding in digital era. We have amazing speakers in there. We have the two peoples who have like take part of the important position in the company. So they share their knowledge to how we optimize our personal branding, like how to make a good CV, how to make a good personal branding in online. We example, we have it in LinkedIn, and how we contact the HR of the job that we want to apply by email, and others useful tips in there. So you may learn a lot from our webinars. For the first, we have the experiences of whether working or having higher education after you graduate from PENS, and we have the how to have the good personal branding that it's really important to you to have if you want to work after graduate from PENS, of course. And for the third, we have report committee for international webinar technology in everyday life from PICO and PMTG. So this webinar is from our cooperation with PMTG. It's such a great time where we can communicate and sharing with the PMTG students with their experiences in the in the technology in everyday life that they share with the Penn students, and we share also our experiences in technology in everyday life to the PMDD students. So for the last is I'm as the coordinator for sharing session, technology advancement for future provisions. That at the time I coordinate all of the committee to work for the event. So at the time we have a few speakers from various countries. Is from from Taiwan, from Malaysia, from Philippines, and from Indonesia itself. So like what I got from the webinar itself is so useful. I think is the most is optimized personal branding in digital era. So in that webinar, I have so many knowledge to how to manage my personal branding. That I got my first job as the web developer because I know well how to do the personal branding in LinkedIn and to arrange my CV and how to apply job in appropriate way. Yes, from the webinar itself. So it's all for me. Hope it is useful for all of you, and you are interested to join PICO to be part of our families, to be the PICO batch for. I'm waiting for you for to be the member of the PICO volunteers batch for. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Diana, for the explanation and the presentation. What a
You're
good
welcome.
explanation about PICO. Now we could understand what PICO is in general. PICO have a lot of programs such as student exchange, internship, international class, and also scholarship. So PICO volunteer is someone who works behind PICO itself, including PEN student. And PICO volunteer split into three divisions, which is workshop division, hospitality, and media and information division. And PICO Volunteer Batch 4 is now open for recruitment. Don't forget to join us. Okay, next is...
I'm sorry, Nindi, maybe I can stop my sharing right now.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Now. And if you guys have any question, just type your questions at the link bit.ly/PICO Q&A or just scan the QR code to get into the link. Okay, now moving to our amazing speakers, which is Anissa Anggun Puspitasari. Miss Nisa is an undergraduate in Bachelor degree of Telecommunication Engineering in Polytechnic Elektronika Negeri Surabaya. She's also a member of PICO Volunteer Batch 2 as workshop divisions. She's participant of undergraduate research experience at Okayama University, Japan, and she's the first student to apply for an internship program on behalf of PENS outside the PENS schedule. Okay, Miss Lisa, are you ready?
Okay, Nancy, I'm ready.
Okay, Miss Lisa, time and place are yours.
Okay. Okay, I will share my presentation now.
Yes.
Okay, Nancy, can you see it?
Yes, I can see it, Miss Lisa.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Oops. Okay, good morning, everyone. The first one is I would like to extend my warmest greeting to Dr. Zainal Arif as the Director of PENS, Mr. Amang Sudarsono as the Head of PENS International Cooperation Office, Mrs. Dias Agatha, Mr. Kentur, and also Miss Irin Tianggaini would like to come and join us today. So based on what Diana has explained about what is PICO, now I'm sure that you now has a few an idea what the PICO is and also what you will do if you become a PICO's volunteer. And so now I will explain and share my experience about what you will get if you become a PICO's volunteer. So here's some of the benefit if you become a PICO's volunteer. The first one is, of course, you will get the e-default task. Usually, this will be obtained by volunteers who will be graduate in that year. And the second one is a certificate for every international activity. And it's not about the international activity in whatever and the activity that PICO has been made, you will get a certificate, whether it's national or international, whether it's a webinar, seminar, or just a sharing session. And you get the chance to join an international seminar. The example is in another university, something like that. And this is the most tantalizing benefit, which is you get the student exchange priority if you become a PICO's volunteer. And the next one is, of course, you will get the new friends from another country and improve your English skill. And okay. And here's so in the last student exchange program that held in 2019, of course, before the pandemic, this is these 4 volunteers has the opportunity to take part in the program. So this Mr. Putra Ronaldo and M. Aditya Ardiansyah and also Ms. Elsa Mengsari has a opportunity to join the program, exchange program from Simeo to Malaysia. And the last one is me. Alhamdulillah, I get the opportunity to get a exchange program to Okayama University, Japan. And now I will explain the detail that you will get the benefit of becoming PICO's volunteer. The first one is learning a foreign language and get the general knowledge about the international world. So of course, because if there is a student exchange program to Japan, PICO will definitely hold an event which is like language and culture exchange. So of course you will get a knowledge about the other country and also learning their culture and in their language, and also event management. So because the main job for because volunteer decide become a practice or cooperating student, we make some event for all the student in PAN. So of course you will get the event management skills and improving web design skills. So if you join because volunteer, especially in media and information division, you will get to develop your web design skills. And here's some soft skills. So said I'm carrying out your job as a PICO volunteer, whether you're holding an event or being a cooperating student, you'll automatically get some of these following soft skill, which is communication skills, critical thinking, leadership, self-confidence, self-discipline, and self-reflection, teamwork, work ethic, and time management. So because what I felt when I was in the part of PICO is the time management, teamwork, and work ethic is really amazing. Our mentor, like Mrs. Diaz and Miss Irin, Mr. Kantur, like told us and so many things about teamwork, work ethic, time management, and if you become a PICO volunteer, you have to be a confident, disciplined, and you have to take all of the advice that's given to you. So now I will explain some of my experience when I become a PICO's volunteer. Of course, it's not me. It's not only me who held this event. Of course, it's be with all of my fellow volunteers that we have and held this event. The first one is when I become an MC in a sharing session, the secret of becoming the selected band student for student exchange program. So maybe some of you guys being an MC or doing a public speaking, it's just like an easy job or you enjoy to do that. But for me, it's impossible for me to do that because like I'm not confident enough to do a public speaking. So the first one when Miss Irin asked me to be an MC in that day, I was like, no, why you choose me? I'm like that, like because I'm not confident enough to myself to become an MC. I'm not good at that. And then Miss Irin is one of the person who wants like people around her is to become a better person. So when I say why you choose me, and she said to me like, I choose you because I trust you. I believe you can do what I ask you to do, and that's what like push my heart. And I'm okay, then I will try my best. But I asked her to like check my grammar, check my script, check my expression, because like this is my first job becoming an MC, even though it's just a sharing session, but yeah, it's my first job as an MC because I'm so nervous. But yeah, alhamdulillah, I get through that. And second one is when Mrs. Diaz told me to be an MC in like more formal event, which is a guest lecture with the topic is high mobility and efficient based wireless power transfer system. So there is some professor from Nara Institute of Science and Technology from Japan, which is Professor Minoru Okada, and he come here and there's a guest lecture. So I'm asked by Miss Diaz to become MC, and I'm so honored for that. And yeah, when this is the first job as a PICO volunteer for me that I'm being outside my bubble, and yeah, I just like feel like proud of myself for doing that, because yeah, I mean, like it's impossible for me. I thought before that I can be an MC. And another one is as a cooperating student. So this is like a fun and happy job for us to be a PICOS volunteer. So yeah, if the before the pandemic, of course, every year there will be a student exchange program that come to PANS, and all of the PICOS volunteer we get the schedule to be the cooperating student, to be the buddies in every weeks and every day. And yeah, this one is when I become the cooperating student in CMU program batch 3, there is 2 girls from Philippines that come to PANS, and this is when the CMU's program batch 4, which is there is 2 guys from Malaysia. One of them will be the special guest speaker right now, and there is 3 guys from Japan that come to PANS also. So yeah, the biggest volunteer will accompany them every day. Just has a nice experience. And the last one is, this is the most thankful moment for me because I got the opportunity to take part as a exchange program, which is undergraduate research experience at Okayama University, Japan. It held on 2019. Yep. My supervisor in Okayama University is Professor. Oh, yeah, Professor Nobuo Funabike. And yeah, this is the nice experience. I'm in Faculty of Engineering, and yeah, it's a nice experience because like you will be in the lab until early morning, and yeah, it's tiring, it's exhausted, but of course you want more. If you already get the opportunity to be an exchange program, of course you will be get excited and you want more. So don't forget to join us to because volunteers, so you'll be get the opportunity to priority and opportunity to be join the programs. So now I will explain that what you will get from those benefits of becoming band student that I mentioned earlier. You will get those benefit hard skill or soft skill if you make some event, of course, if you do your job as a cooperating student. And here's some the event that that PICOS has made since 2018. So this is the opening of the TIMIO 2018. And if you become a PICOS volunteer in here, you'll be the committee. And here's when PICOS volunteer be a delegates from PANS to attend Erlangga ASEAN Youth Conference and Culture Program. So like what I mentioned earlier, you will get the chance to join like seminar outside PANS maybe in another university. And if in 2019, yeah, if you join us, you'll get the chance to do a welcoming party for student exchange, and also here's some language and cultural exchange. So inshallah, if there is an exchange program that come to PANS, you will because volunteer will make an event like culture exchange and language exchange. So you'll be a committee, and also you will get the knowledge from that event. And the next one is PEN's International Cooperation Office held a guest lecture. And the setting session, of course, this is held in 2019, so it's also in Ramadan. So, yep, it's a nice sharing session moment. And this is my fellow friend, Mr. Abdul and Miss Della will get chance to be an MC in International Electric Symposium 2019. What an amazing job. You will get those chance maybe if you join us. And in 2020, because there's some pandemic, so we can't get the make an offline event. So, but it's not limit our PICO's member to hold an event. So we make so many event, which is a sharing session or webinar, like what Diana has mentioned before. This is international sharing session with panelists from the other country, which is Japan, Philippines, and Malaysia. And this is the international sharing session with the speakers from Japan, Philippines, Indonesia, Taiwan, and Malaysia. And this is the last one is the international sharing session with PEN's alumni. You will get so many stories about them being a PEN student, and it's just amazing sharing session. So yeah, this just a little bit quotes to something that can benefit you, and I advise you to join us in because volunteer. So it's really benefit you. You can get so many benefit if you join the because volunteer. My advice for you is just fulfill your requirement to join us. Maybe some of you didn't have any TOEFL test result yet. That's fine if you're sure that you can do that. If you can prove that your English skill, just fulfill your requirements that you already have. Maybe you can prove that in interviews, test. Just if you're sure that you can do that, just join us. Try to join us, and of course, be confident. Be yourself because if you're doing an interview test, they will know if you're not being you. So just be yourself, be confident, be honest, and maybe we are not know each other yet now, but I hope that we can work together in the future. We can make some event together as behalf of PEN's International Cooperation Office. So yeah, let's join us in because volunteer and good luck. Thank you guys. Okay, Nindi, I think that's all.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Nisa, for sharing your amazing experience.
Okay, I will stop my sharing session, sharing screen.
Okay. It must be great to get the opportunity to be the exchange student. So PICO benefit are free interval tests, certificate for every activity, student exchange priority, and you can get new friends from another country or PENS itself. And also you can improve your English skill. And not only that, you can improve your hard skill and soft skill in PICO. A lot of benefit, right? So don't miss this chance and join PICO Volunteer Batch Bar. Okay, if you guys have any questions for Miss Lisa, you can type your questions at the link bit.ly/PICO Q&A, or you can scan this QR code to get into the link. Okay, now moving to our special guest from Malaysia, we have Sudarsan from Polytechnic Metro Tasik Malaya. Okay, Sudarsan is an undergraduate in bachelor degree in computer science in University Malaysia Terengganu. He already finished his associate degree major in information technology at Polytechnic Metro Tasik Malaya. His Bureau of Academic of Majelis Perwakilan Pelajar of Polytechnic Metro Tasik Malaya a national level of champion in final year project in digital e-commerce system with blockchain technology, and he is also an international chess player. Sounds amazing, right? Okay, Mr. Sudarsan, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, but I'm quite nervous. But okay, let's start it.
Okay, Mr. Sudarsan, time and place are yours.
Okay, I'll share my screen now. Okay. First of all, I have to thank all of you guys. Thank Madam Agatha, Miss Irene, and to all the volunteers who conduct this webinar. I'm quite nervous actually, and I'm not that good as the speakers previously speak just now. So I'll try my best. I hope you guys understand. And so I just want to share my experience in Indonesia lah. I was in Indonesia. Uh, it was kind of what we call another family in Indonesia lah. Okay. So first of all, uh, that introduction was nice, and thank you so much. Okay, a lot of things brings me to Indonesia. So first, our polytechnic is quite small, and I think that's a kind of advantage for me because a lot of opportunities were there, and I just grabbed it. So once I heard there's an exchange program to Indonesia, so first I just take a look at about the things that happening in Indonesia lah. So the moment when I heard Surabaya, okay, I was totally excited because as I know, Surabaya is one of the top technology city lah in Indonesia, as I heard, and one of the leading city in technologies. So the first of all, the environment. Of course, it's quite hot in Surabaya, I guess, and it's the exposure of information technology is much deep, and of course, the culture. Okay, the culture of Indonesian guys is totally different and very exciting. I love their cultures, and they were so friendly. Especially, I would like to mention some of my best friends in Indonesia, like Adit, Aldo, Abdel, Tiwi, and all of them are one of my what we call close friends during during those internship in Indonesia lah. Okay, and then okay, the experience. Okay, first of all, the first thing that I experienced is the National Hero Day. Okay, I was totally amazed when looking the crowd in that place at that level of high temperature, but people are still willing to celebrate that National Hero Day on 10th November. I was there with my friends and also Japan internship students. It was very fun, and those volunteers like Abdel and Adit all they explained us about the National Hero Days. So they told that there are some Indonesian heroes who lost their life British War lah. And I also saw like some kind of what we call illustrations on how the war happened at that Hero Day. It was totally different for us. The way of celebration and the in every people's heart is was totally shocking for me lah, and it was very happy. It was very nice. That was my first day experience, and then the second one is the shopping mall in Surabaya. That was, oh my god, for seriously, because it was too big and too huge compared to compared to our shopping malls in Malaysia. Uh, so, for example, one of the biggest shopping mall in Malaysia is almost 10 times bigger in Indonesia. So, okay lah. And then the is food. Okay, the food is quite spicy in Indonesia, and they are having some levels from level 1 until level 20, if I'm not mistaken. And every food that I touch is spicy. And one of my friend in Indonesia, he explained me about the food in Indonesia. Uh, okay, I'll just tell that if you eat food in Malaysia or other countries, the chili will be as a side dish. But if you eat food in Indonesia, the chili will be the main dish. So I like that phrase. And I also ate some kind of food. So when the welcoming party happens, they served us gado gado. That was nice and tasty. I think the first image is the gado gado. And then I ate the tempeh. Um, I'm not a big fan of tempeh, but until I ate in Indonesia lah. Luckily, I'm vegetarian, and there was a shop. There was a vegetarian shop where like I escaped. Okay, and then the birthday celebrations with our friend. Okay, there was a friend called Falia. So she was having. Luckily, she was having a birthday on when we were in that internship time. So we just celebrated and we presented her a crate of donut. So she was happy lah. So that's one of the image from that. Okay, and then games, yeah. In indoor games, I love to play chess. But in outdoor, I love playing ping pong, table tennis, and sometimes football lah. And those are the small clippings playing with friends in Indonesia, especially the image at the middle, playing futsal. Yeah, futsal. With our friend Iqbal. He's one of my lepak friend. Yeah. So Iqbal and I were too close when in lepak time. So he brought us to warung. So he introduced us a lot of types of new foods and the environment of that place at night. So he showed us the night city. Yeah, almost like that lah. So until now, I'm very thankful to all my friends who took care of us so nice. Okay, and then okay, yeah, this one the lepa lepa at Warung. So the food stall was so big. The food and then the food collections and food what we call the food varieties was too high if I'm not mistaken lah compared to Malaysia. Okay, now working experience. Okay, in this part, okay, I should thank to Dr. Amang, and then Masanang. So he was the lab assistant, and Miss Bhumika and some of the lecturers who teach us. They was they were willing to teach us actually. They were totally open-minded, especially Dr. Amang. Oh my God, I was totally amazed at his intelligence because he teaches us about the encryptions and the encryptions that happens in our technologies in current era lah. Um, and then yeah, the lecture is perpetuous actually, and the way they teach is my most favorite part lah. And I have to tell this. Okay, it's quite funny actually, because Dr. Amang is fully intelligent and he has a lot of knowledge skills. So once I slept in his class, so he just looked at me like this, he just gazed at me until I wake up, and then okay, are you okay now? He just asked like that, and then I was, oh my God, he just spot me. It was nice actually. All the lecturers, they treat us, the way they treat us is totally what we call, it's totally nice. Yeah, I just love staying in Indonesia, especially Masanang. I have to mention him because all the time I can see his smile on his face. So I love him so much. I miss him so much as well. Because even Miss Bhumika and Masanang, every time when they buy food, they will give us to. They will introduce some kind of foods like kuih, and then I think a lot of names, but I forgot those names. But they served us a lot of foods, and sometimes Miss Bhumika, her room is just beside the lab, so she will give us some drinks. It's nice actually, and she also invited us to her class. So we sit between of the PENS students. It was quite nice, and the what we call the experience was nice as well. Everybody just talked to us, and Miss Bhumika, she made a lot of jokes as well. She just called me, okay, which student is nice, which student is beautiful, like that. So it was nice actually. She was too friendly, and those are the lecturers who teach me lah. You can see in the slide. I learned a lot actually. I learned a lot, much deeper. Just like okay, I took I forgot to say, I studied information technology lah. So Dr. Amang teach me on how to I mean how does encryption works. Miss Bhumika teach me on how does chatting application works. How does one message is sent to another message, almost like that lah. And then all I wanna say is one more time, when I get another chance to come to Indonesia so that I can meet everyone, or maybe I can get a time machine so that I can go back and come to Surabaya and study in PENS. It's quite sad because until now I'm still having contacts with my friends, my Indonesian friends. Their personalities really impress me, especially Abdil. I think he's a good speaker. Yeah, he's a good speaker. He have attended a lot of competitions, and hope our bond and relationships extends lah. And I want to say a phrase that always my friend, Indonesian friend Abdil say, Abdil tell, "See you when I see you." Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Sudarsan, for the presentation and sharing your experience in Indonesia. So, Mr. Sudarsan had an exchange program and went to France. Wait a minute. Okay. And went to France. So he chose France because Surabaya is one of the top technology cities. Indonesia and Malaysia have a lot of similarity. And when he in the exchange program, he had a lot of fun and memorable experience in Indonesia, such as playing games, celebrating birthday, lepak-lepak at warung, and also working with fans, lecturer, and staff. So now, what's stopping you guys from joining PICO Volunteer and have a great time with us? See you soon in PICO Volunteer Backstory, guys. Okay, now, if you have any question for Mr. Sudarsan, just type your question at the link bit.ly/PICO-Q&A or scan the QR code to get into the link. Okay, so sharing session is end now. Now moving to question and answer session. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, first questions is for Miss Diana. Okay.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay. The question is, how can you manage your time between PICO activity and your study at campus?
Okay, thank you for the question given to me. So I would like to answer it with all the things that I know. So about the time management, organization or the things that I have to do in PICO. So whether campus and PICO is, I think it's the same priority for me, especially for when there is an event in PICO, I should work well in it. So for the time management, at first I would like to for the time management when I'm in the doing some kind of task in campus. I always do the task of the campus in the early mornings. It's like I would like to go sleep at 10 p.m. and then I would like to wake up in 3 a.m. regularly, and it's the condition is quiet and you can consider it well to do the campus task in that time. So and you don't have someone to annoy you at the time. So always do the task in 3 a.m. until 5 a.m. And the next I will in the day I will do the lecture. And then if there is an event in PICO that I should maybe I should help, or there is some kind of activities in PICO, I can do it in a day because I have done the campus test in the early morning, and then after that, I have also take the so much priority in PICO when there is an event, and it doesn't mean that I neglect my campus activities, but I think I should do the campus activities in my in my time when there is not in a day. I think it's in that in early morning. And besides of that, for right now, I'm working too. It's such harder for me to divide my time, to manage my time, but I think I would like to manage the time also in the same priorities, whether from for the campus, for the PICO, or for the workings. But I think I would like to do much more for PICO and to do well beside my campus task itself. I think for the things that I would like to convey here is I would like to when there is the PICO event, it's always in a day or in the evenings, and so that I would like to give the in a day or the evening of my times for the PICO, and then for the early morning for my campus task, and for a day too for my campus class itself, and for my working activities. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Diana. So studying and doing tasks in the morning would help, huh?
Yes, it's
Okay,
helpful. You should try it.
I'll try. Okay, next questions is for Miss Lisa. So, what did you prepare or strategy before you go abroad for a student exchange program? Do you prepare anything for the exchange program?
Okay, I will try to answer that question. Yeah, of course, I prepare a lot of things. The first one is your score in. I'm sorry. Wait, wait. I'm sorry. Okay. Test. Okay. Yep. Of course, you have to prepare some things. The first one is your transcript. You have to. There is like a minimal score in for your minimal score to get to be enrolled in the student exchange program. So of course you have to prepare for that. Be well in your study in PENS, and of course your English skill. People will need your test in TOEFL or IELTS to be the proof for your English skill. Especially if you want to join in a student exchange program like in Japan, or yeah, especially in Japan, the requirement for English language it's more higher, I think. And then after that, what else? If you join the scholarship, it's half funded, so you have to prepare for the money. If it's fully funded, you don't have to worry about anything. And then, yeah, I think that's all. And except for the preparation for yourself, just be confident, just be yourself. For the interview, it's quite typical for me to entrance the interview test to get the student exchange program. But yeah, I think if you're sure that you can do it, you can do it. That's what I believe. So just prepare for your transcript. I think the minimal score is 3.5 for your GPA or 3.75, just around that score. So just be well in your study. And then, yeah, but if you join us in a PICO volunteer, like I mentioned earlier, like you get the priority higher than the usual PEN student, of course, because like you already has your job as a PICO volunteers. They know your skills at your English skill, your skills. So yeah, because if you want to join PICO volunteer, also there's a minimum score for your GPA, right? So yeah, you will get a higher priority for that. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Lisa. Um, you're going to Japan, right?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
required that you have to learn like basic Japanese?
Uh, Actually, no, there's no requirement to learn about Japanese language. But yeah, I learned about the basic Japanese language. But I already learned that in my junior high school. So I got the basic language. But before I went to the program, I joined some like private class for just review because it's already past 6 years ago. Yeah, but there's no requirement to uh, got or have a basic language because you just talk in English.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Lisa. And next question is for Mr. Sudarsan. Mr. Sudarsan, are you having some culture shock when you arrive here? If yes, what is it?
Okay. So far, I guess just one culture shock. I mean, where Muslim there's no restrictions that they should wear hijab. Because in Malaysia, it's compulsory that every Muslim women they should wear hijab, and they should not touch men's hand. Like for example, handshaking also is not allowed in Malaysia, but Indonesia it's quite different, and especially when in animals also, even Muslims they can touch dogs, but just not the what we call the saliva of the dog is. But in Malaysia, they can't even touch the dog. So that's the first culture shock that I had. I mean, the most one lah. Other than that, it's almost same. Even the languages, Bahasa Malaysia in Malaysia and Indonesia, I guess, the same. Just the slang differs a bit. And I learned some of the words, Indonesian words like warak, and then where where apa? Kabar baik, pia api-api, and then all like some things lah. PA kabari. Yeah, betul. PA kabari. So I learned some of the words from Indonesia. And other than that, I guess I just can guess your slangs lah, almost same lah. And all these slangs, Miss Agatha and Miss Irin teach me, yeah. So I still remember it. That's all I think. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Sudarsan, for the answer. Okay, next question. It isn't specific for me, but this is the question. So, is there any specific classification needed for us to be able to study abroad? Do we have the same chance in being so in PICO? Maybe what this means is if someone is not in PICO, do they have the same chance to be able to study abroad? Anyone? Maybe Miss Lisa?
Okay, I will try to answer that question. Of course, the student exchange program is for all of the student in bands. All of the student in bands with any major can enroll the program, but like what I mentioned earlier, you will get the higher priority. You'll be priorities more if you join because volunteer, just something like that. It doesn't mean that if you're not join us, you're not getting the chance to get the exchange program. No, you can get the exchange program also. You get the opportunity also. But if you join the because volunteer, you will get the more priority to be able to join the programs.
I see. Thank you so much, Miss Lisa, for the answer. And next questions is for Mr. Sudarsan again. So, what kind of research that you have been done in PENS?
Okay, that's a good question. So far we did research in especially in encryptions method, which Dr. Amang teach us. So for example, for example, if we are using WhatsApp, the message is end-to-end encrypted. So we just did a research on how those encryption works, how the encryption, I mean, what is the mathematical calculation that encryption is used. And I think I mainly researched on that part. Other than that, I'm not sure. Other than that, I just researched about Indonesia only lah, so far. But I really love Indonesia. I don't know why. But I think the environment is just almost same like Malaysia. I think that's the similarity between those countries lah. That's all I guess.
I see. And next question for Mr. Sudarsan is, what is your unforgettable memory in PENS?
Okay, and actually all the memories that I had is really precious, because everyone gave me a different kinds of memory. But one of the best memory is the welcoming party, like the first day of my internship in Indonesia. But even I can share one of my the first shock that I got when I landed in Indonesian airport. Okay, I saw the price of a food. It was 88,300. I saw like, oh, seriously, 88,000 one food. Then only I realized that, oh, okay, that's Indonesian rupiah lah. So I just converted to Malaysian ringgit, and then I just realized that is one of my shocking memory at that airport. And then we went to a temple where there are some Indian gods, but it's quite their statues are quite different. So that's a good memory. And playing games and lepak with my friends in Pens and in Warong as well. That's nice actually, because we were just talking, and of course they teach us some of Indonesian words and some of and then another thing I heard from my friend. He saw one girl and they said, "Gadis cantik." So it was nice. I asked him, "What is that?" And then he told, "Oh, that girl is very beautiful." Oh, okay. So it was every moment is nice actually. Even I think Anis also, she made a joke. It's quite nice. Everybody made a joke, and everybody just talk. I mean, communicate with us like. It's like the bond was like almost like 5 to 10 years of friendship, but it was just 30 days of being in Indonesia lah. But I really miss Indonesia. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much. Such a memorable experience. And next question is, does PENS or PICO provide e-TOEFL test for students who wants to apply for PICO volunteers?
Okay, I
Maybe
will try to answer that question. No,
up to
we are
Miss
not.
Lisa.
We are not give you the free e-TOEFL test if you want to join us. But if you already be a part of us in because volunteer, you will get the free e-TOEFL test, something like that. But if you want to just for your requirement to fulfill your requirement, no, we are not give you a free e-TOEFL test. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Lisa, for the answers. Okay, next question is for Mr. Sudarsan again. What do you think difference between learning in PMTG and in PENS? Thanks.
Okay, that's a good question. Okay, the course that I took in PMTG is information technology, main on information security. So what I mean, the modules in PMTG is almost like even the subject that I took is almost an overview of information technology, which means I will just go through the view of in terms of database and in terms of interfaces, in terms of systems. But all of the I mean all of studies that I study is just an overview of that. But when I came to peak, I mean pens, oh my god, it was totally different. Everything that they touch until deep inside lah. So for example, if in PMTG, if we learn that this message has an encryption of this method lah. But when I come to pens, they teach the same thing but much more deeper. How does encryption works? How does this thing works? How does this transfers from one thing to another one? It was very nice actually. And I thought that I want to continue my masters in pens. I thought so lah, but I'm not sure about that, so that I can get much knowledge from pens. I'm really grateful that that I continued that I had the internship in Indonesia. Uh, thank you so much. I'm speechless now.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Sudarsan, for the answers. Next question is for Miss Nisa. What was the most memorable moment when you were in Japan?
Okay, I think same with Sen. All of the things when we join the exchange program is unmemorable. It's precious moment for us. Yeah, for me, the most memorable is what? When I'm in lab, actually. When I'm in pants, I never do any research until early morning in lab pens because pens close at 10 p.m. right? But if in Okayama, I stay until 2 a.m. in early morning and there's no one ask me to be going home like, yeah, just do your research, continue your research, something like that. So like I'm already tired, but yeah, I think that's a tired moment, but that's really most memorable moment for me because like that's it's also like different culture from Japan, right? Like they're so work ethic. They give all of his to her and his job. So yeah, I learn a lot when I'm in the lab actually because everyone just doing her thing in her own, like didn't disturb anyone, just in her computer, in her PC, doing her tasks, something like that. And yeah, I think that's the most memorable. Beside actually like going somewhere, Universal Studio, it's just like another point. But in a lab, it's just most memorable for me.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Nisa, for the answer. Now for Mr. Sudarsan, how did you manage to eat veggie food at Surabaya? Like you eat vegetarian food at Surabaya, and what is your favorite vegetarian food in Surabaya?
Okay, my favorite food was I don't know the name, but it's mushroom rice, I guess. That's sold in pens. I think the only food vegetarian inside the pens. It's almost like I think 4,000 INR, 4,000 INR mushroom rice with the green packet. And the red packet is spicy one. The green packet is not spicy, but that's the one only vegetarian food in pens. And outside of pens, the most favorite one is what I forgot the name. Petai sambal fried rice. Yeah, petai sambal fried rice, extra spicy, level 7, level 7. That was nice. Almost they what? They use chili curry. They just put on top of the rice, petai sambal rice, and that was delicious actually. And once I went, there's an Indian shop as well, but that was my bottleneck moment lah, because I once I saw that Indian food. Oh my God, there's Indian food. Okay, let's go into the shop. I never ever look at the menu. I just asked whatever I thought in my mind. I ordered. I ate food, and then the bills come out. 270,000 for seriously. That's almost like 200. I mean, 150 ringgit in Malaysian ringgit. So I was shocked at the price, and they told, of course, if you want to eat different countries' food, that is it will be expensive. You just told like that. I feel like okay lah. Once in a while we spend like that. Okay lah. So it was nice. I mean, all the foods in Indonesia was nice, but it's quite spicy. But I don't know how you guys can eat. Even once, I think Abdel, one of my friend in Indonesia, we told that there's a MACD tiga kali pedas, and then he just laughed and told tiga kali pedas in MACD is not spicy at all lah. And then we feel like for seriously, because there's a lot of heart attack patients who ate that MACD 3 times spicy, and they can't breathe. They got admitted, but in Indonesia, that's quite. I think the people in Indonesia are quite special and quite different lah. I don't know how their stomach and intestine can take all that kind of spice, but that's the food that I love a lot. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Sudarsan. Uh, do you only eat like mushroom rice or sekon jamur when you're in pens, like 30 days in pens? Do you
Yeah,
only eat sekon jamur?
yeah, yeah. Jamur. Okay, I got the name. Yeah, jamur. Yeah, I ate that jamur only in pens. That's the only vegetarian food that I got in pens.
You eat that for 30 days.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So once I reach my room, then only I will be going to that restaurant, and I ordered. I mean, the food that I want lah.
Oh, I see, I see. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Sudarsan, for the answer. Next question is for Miss Diana. Miss
Okay.
Diana, do you have any advice for us to get accepted to join PICO volunteer?
Okay. Before, I'm sorry because my webcam has some kind of problem, so that I can't turn it on. Okay. I just have my mic here. So the tips or the advice for to get adapted in PICO volunteer, I think you should arrange your CV well. You should start to making the good CV, and you should practice your speaking skills, because it may be useful for the PICO volunteer selections. So, and then after that, you should prepare all of the documents that should be used for the PICO PICO recruitments. So don't miss any documents when you enroll PICO, because it will be making you fail to join PICO because of the lack of the documents. You should prepare everything. You should you should slowly like enhancing your English skills actually for writing and for the speaking self. I think that's all. You should prepare everything.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Diana, for the answer.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, there's another questions for Mr. Sudarsan. There is a lot of super spicy food in Indonesia. Have you tried one of them?
I have tried once when I went to a shopping mall. There was a food called Maggie, 50 times 50 times pedas. That was super super spicy until tears just come out from my eyes. And I drank a lot of ice water, and I tried some canned drinks, and I still can't what we call I can't take that much of spicy. But I'm a spicy lover, but not as Indonesian people. A decent spicy lover lah. So it's quite spicy. The most one I tried is they told one name. I forgot the name lah. Uh, some kind of devil. The name is devil. Pedas devil. I forgot the name lah. There's a name for pedas devil and pedas angel, and I asked what is the difference between them, and then they told that pedas devil is more to chilies, and that pedas angel is more to like black peppers and all those like that. And I feel like, oh, okay, nice. They are having some names for that also. Okay lah.
I see. Okay, thank you, Mr. Sudarsan. And there's another question is there any tips for personal statement in application form? It's for PICO volunteer, I guess. Tips
Okay,
for personal statement.
maybe I would like to answer it.
Okay, Miss Diana.
So, okay. I think it's for the personal statements. It's written in English, of course, and you should tell almost yeah everything's like related with your important experience in your life, like experience of your educations, what the greatest experience you had, and your about all of yourself and your family, and maybe you can tell us about your experience in the high school too, like your organization experience or the experience when you join a competition in theirs. Like, yeah, it's enough to for you to share how your like your experience, the greatest experience that you ever had in the personal life itself. Like you can share everything that you think it's valuable to share. Yeah, it's of course in English. Okay, it's for that's all for me.
Okay, thanks, Miss Diana. Okay,
Okay.
last question. Last question is for Mr. Sudarsan. How did you manage your financial in Surabaya?
I beg your pardon.
How did you manage your financial?
Okay, financial. Okay. Compared to Malaysia, the price in Indonesia is quite expensive, especially in food. But for non-vegetarian, it's very cheap. Until we can get 4,500 INR, so we can get food for non-vegetarians. But for vegetarian, the minimum price is 15,000 or 12,000. But the most cheapest one is the nasi jamu lah. But outside the pants, the minimum price was 15,000. But of course, if we bought some junk foods, that's different. But the main food is quite expensive. But luckily, I saved some amount of money before I came to Indonesia, because for this program, I mean, for the internship program that our side is not scholarship, so we should raise our own fund. So luckily that was the luckiest moment. But what I did is, for example, if I have some problem in financial, I will buy extra nasi jemo and I will eat in my room. So that's the thing. I balanced my financial. That's the thing I did lah. And yeah, the nasi jamu is very very taste, I mean, the taste is very delicious as well. That's why I bought extra lah. Then if not, okay, I bought some packets of Maggi from Malaysia as well. I think about 5 to 6 packets. So because before this I have went to India, I mean the Indian country, but to balance up, so we will bring some of our packaged foods to them so that we can, if there's any emergency or if there any problem in financial, so that we can balance up with that lah. I think yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Sudarsan. And that will be our last question in this session. And thank you again for Miss Nisa, Miss Diana, and Mr. Sudarsan for the presentation and for answering those questions. And okay, this webinar is almost over. And don't forget, before you leave, don't forget to fill this link to get the e-certificate in the link tinyurl.com/exit ticket, or you can scan the QR code to get into the link. And also, please make sure that your name is filled correctly in the link. Only use capital letter at the first word. And if you guys have any problem with the e-certificate or you didn't receive the certificate in your email, you can contact the number of Haki here. Okay, this webinar is over now, and thank you so much all for attending this webinar. Hope you guys can get so much information about PICO and the program itself, and we hope you learn and enjoy this webinar. Have a great day, everyone, and goodbye. Don't forget to join PICO Volunteer Batch 4 anyway. You can leave this room if you want to.
And one small request.
Yeah?
Just wanna ask.
Oh,
Just
I'm
please.
sorry. Wait. I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot. Please turn on your camera first. Oh my god, I'm sorry. We should have. I'm sorry. Please turn on your camera for a while. We want to take a virtual group photo. I'm sorry. Please turn on your camera, guys. Yes, there will be virtual group photo. Okay, the committee, are you guys ready to take the picture? Okay, I'll count it. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sudarsan, for being with us today. It's an honor to have you here today.
That was, I want to ask that I can hear voice from Miss Agatha. Finally, she speaks now.
By the way, we have
Miss
Miss Erin here.
Yeah,
Miss
I want to
Erin
ask Miss
is
Irin
in
as well. I
Japan.
just want to hear their voices. I miss their voices.
Miss Erin is running her master degree in Japan, Sudarsan.
Wow. Yeah, that's why I always see her status. Every time she'll update her status, morning, afternoon, and the foods, her
Really?
selfies.
You follow
Yeah,
my Instagram?
yeah, I stalk you sometimes.
Oh, so this car.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so Darson, are you running your master program at the moment or
No, I'm
bachelor
continuing
degree?
my degree.
Your bachelor degree?
Yeah.
Ah, so Darson, Dr. Amang is asking whether if you would like to continue your master degree in PENS because we are having scholarship for Kemitraan Negara Berkembang, KNB scholarship. If you graduated from your bachelor degree, please come back in PENS and then join with us for getting your master degree. We have KNB here.
Sure. I'm waiting for that. It's my
Yeah,
pleasure
yeah,
to come. Yeah, it's my pleasure to come Indonesia.
Yeah,
yeah.
you should study
Yeah.
in France. It is a good
Yes.
opportunity for you, I think.
Yes. So that I can taste back the nasi jamu once again. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, how is your friends doing? I'm a bit forget the name. The one that is
Jagadish.
coming. Yeah,
Jack.
yeah.
He's in the meeting as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hi, man.
Uh.
How are you? I'm
Uh.
Jake.
Hi, Jen. We need you to activate your camera. It's kind of rendezvous.
Come on, Jack.
And your name is Jack now,
Yeah.
Sudarsan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because he always he will be with me. So every
Hi,
time
man.
when he opened his online classes, so the name still remains there. His name.
I see.
Oh, hi, Jack.
Yeah.
There you go. So, how are you?
Jagdish.
I think there's an internet connection problem. Is
Yeah, I
Jagdish
think.
also running his bachelor degree at the moment?
Yes. The same program that I'm studying now.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
We are looking forward to seeing you in PENS. Yeah, please remember PENS if you would like to continue your study and take the master degree. Yeah, we have a full
Yes.
scholarship for you.
Oh
Okay.
my God. Yes.
Yeah, you may contact me or you may contact Dr. Amang also.
Mm-hmm.
This year also we opened the Kemitraan Negara Berkembang scholarship, but apparently you are still running your bachelor degree, right? You are still
Yeah.
pursuing your bachelor degree, so we will be waiting for you to graduate and then please join with us.
Sure, miss. A long time no see lah.
Yeah, long time no see, and
Yeah.
it's always fun to hear your memories you spend with Indonesian friends here. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially Jagdish, he enjoyed a lot in French. He
Yeah.
what the funny thing he always do when we was walking on the road, he will just randomly call people. He will talk to them. He will just ask some kind of things. He's totally what we call. He's willing to talk with strangers as well. That's funny sometimes because the question he asks is also sometimes funny because he knows where's our room is, but he will be
Okay.
asking
What's the
how to
question?
go. He will. Okay, we know where to go. I mean, for example, if there's a shopping mall, the shopping mall is just right in front of us, but
Yeah.
he will calling people and ask where's the shopping mall, like that, and then he will just look. It's just like that. So it's quite funny. He like to do a lot of funny things there.
Okay.
It was a great presentation.
Yeah. What about other volunteers, miss? Like Abdil, Aldo, Adi.
Aldo, and also sorry, the other one, the one that accompany you all the time. Aldo and
Abdil, Aldo, Adit. And
Aldo and Adit have
okay.
graduated from PICO already last
Oh,
year.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They got their bachelor degree already. And
Okay.
for Abdil is still doing his internship in Batam.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
another name, Falia.
Falia. I have no
Yeah.
idea. Usually Falia is here joining with us. Yeah.
Okay.
What have
Okay.
you, Anissa? Where Falia goes?
Because
Wait, I will call her.
because the thing that I admired from her is her